Hey, hi my people. How are you? I hope you're well. Good afternoon. Let me see what time it is. It is 2:57, so it's afternoon. Good afternoon my people. Welcome back to my channel. This is Miss Sapir, where we do beautiful and awesome things which involves yarn life, my life, and design life. So welcome. Kama wewe ni mgeni, if you're a guest, welcome very much. I hope you'll enjoy the content that I put out here, and I hope that you're going to make a decision of being part of the Ogfra farm. Karibu sana. So as you all know, I'm doing a series that is called the How To series. So the first video that I put up, the first section of this series is going to be about business, blah blah blah, and I'm going to talk about small businesses, marketing, customer service, nini, social media, all those things. So this is the fourth video that I'm doing on the same. The first video was on how to start a business, the tips that you need to just start a small business, a yarn business. The second video was about marketing and specifically social media, and I talked about Instagram alone. The third video was about the other social media platforms that I am using or I am involved in terms of my business, marketing my business and all. And now we have this video. In this video, we are going to talk about drum rolls. We're going to talk about customer service. Yes, we're going to talk about customer service. So customer service basically means how are you treating your customer, how are they getting to communicate with you, and from the minute they contact you to the minute they receive their order, that whole period involves customer service. Yeah, so you will need to, the customer will need to know where they're getting their product, whether it's on in a physical shop or all, or online, or how do you deliver, how do you do all those things. So under customer service, we're going to look at contacting the client. Number two, you can contact them either through messaging, emailing, calling, and we're also going to talk about one-on-one interactions with the client. You as the business owner, you need to be able to interact with the customer one-on-one. And then we're going to talk about delivery, and we're going to talk about follow-up. So all these things are going to touch on customer service because it involves the service, and it involves the customer, it involves you, and it involves the service you're providing or the items you're selling. So yes, let's get right into it. First and foremost, I'm going to talk about one-on-one contact with the client. So one-on-one contact with the client is very important because it makes the client feel comfortable, makes the client feel like this person is personally taking their time to communicate with me and tell me where we are at, and tell me how I'm going to make the order, how I'm going to receive my packaging, the pricing, and all those things. Yeah, so one-on-one contact with the client is important because first, you're going to give them a safe space for them to tell you what they need. So for example, we talked about social media, and I told you guys to be very keen on being online so that whenever someone texts you, you're able to respond as fast as possible. This is also one of the things that falls in this area. So if someone messages you on WhatsApp or on Instagram or on wherever, create a very comfortable environment. For example, if someone would have texted me on Instagram and says hey or says hi, the fact that this person has DM'd me already on my business Instagram page, in my head I'm like, okay, they have an inquiry to make, they may want to know something about my business. Yeah, so if you want to give them an array, you don't know whether they want to make an order, what they have seen that has pleased them, you don't know, but they have contacted you as Ogfra Needs. So what I'm going to do is, they have texted me hey, what I'm going to answer is hello, And then after that I will say, welcome to Ogfranits, how may we or how may I be of service to you. Sasa unaona mtu tayari ushamwambia okay, this is Ogfranits, si ndio? You're directing them to the business part of your whatever. This is Ogfranits. Maybe it's someone who mulisoma na yeye pamoja kitambo na they just want to gotea you, but still in that message you've said hey, you've answered them, and you've also told them some information about what this page is all about. Welcome to Ogfranits, how may I be of service to you, or how may we be of service to you. That is a nice, way of welcoming someone into your space, into that space, and now they feel comfortable. They're like, oh, okay, hi, I just saw your pieces and I liked them, nini nini. Oh, you answer, thank you very much. Or, I've seen something that I like and I would like to make an order. Then you'll be like, oh, that is nice, which specific thing have you seen that you like? Then they will either take a screenshot or give you the name. Personally, I usually name all my pieces, so they'll be like, oh, I love the multi-vest. Then you're like, oh wow, nice, would you like the multi-vest in the exact color as on the page, or do you want a different color? So start engaging them in the services you provide. So in that case, nishamwambia that I can actually provide more than one color that's on the page, so you can choose a color that you want, nini nini, sindio. Then after that you'll talk about sizing, you'll talk about what if they're to send you measurements, they'll send you measurements, nini nini. And then finally you'll talk about the pricing. So if you've not put prices on your page, which is understandable, personally I've not put my prices on the page. I usually want to talk to someone one-on-one, waniambie form ni gani, because they may want a multi-vest but they want a different type of detail that they saw on Pinterest. So I wouldn't price it the same way depending on, if they are taking the exact design, I would price the same way that I would. But considering I'm a handmade business that is very flexible in terms of design and every other thing, it's hard to just give something one solid price. Yeah, so moving on forward, you'll tell them, okay, this is my payment plan. I usually do 3/4 of the amount before I start the work. Then I'll go by the specific yarn that you want, nini, and you'll give me this period of time for completion. Then after delivery, and after you've confirmed that the piece is as you wanted, you will send the remainder. Yeah, so that is an example of a payment plan. There are some people who prefer pay everything before I start work, or pay half the amount before I start work. But whatever works for you, but ensure before you complete that conversation, ensure you have discussed the payment plan, so that you don't go start buying yarn and this person has not financially committed to the whole thing. It's just like in architecture, you don't start making sketches when someone has not put in the commitment fee. Yeah, don't, unless you're doing it pro bono, because you will do drawings and they will change their minds, and you'll remain with drawings there of sijui which houses that you're not planning to build and all, so just be equal to kitu yenye you're used to doing. So this can happen either in messaging in those social media platforms, or WhatsApp, or you on a phone call, or on an email. So ensure that you have either of these platforms where you can communicate one-on-one with a client. There are clients who prefer communicating physically too. So if the client wants to meet you physically, make arrangements to meet in a public place where it's good for both of you. Because if it's someone you don't know, or someone you've not met before, you don't want to be meeting people in weird places that you've never been to before. And ensure it is working for you too. And if it's a place that is far, I would advise put the amount, the cost amount on your final amount. Yeah, because if a client wants to meet you, say for example in Ngong, and you're like, we can't discuss this online, then they'll like, no, we can't discuss this online. Then you'll be like, okay, beba ring tape yako nini, jibebe Ngong, fika Ngong, and then take the measurements, discuss all the things that you want to discuss, nini. So look at the amount that it has cost you to get to reach Ngong and back, and then add it on the final amount that you'll tell the person. So if they are making an order worth 5,000 bob, and the fare took you to go and back was 300 bob, so you'll tell them the amount is 5,300. There's actually no shame in just pricing your stuff the way you want. Like, business is all about getting profit on top of the service or the product you're ordering. So this little amounts that you're going to use in the process of doing this thing, they don't need to be cut off your profit. They need to be part of the amount you put into making that thing. So don't look at it as sijui, oh no, the fare that you use is also part of it. So that's why people charge for delivery, which we'll get into later in this video. Yeah, you don't pay delivery from your profit. No, it is part of the package. And maybe we'll do another video specifically for pricing, which will come soon, how to price your products, how to, yeah. So one-on-one, number one was one-on-one contact with your clients, and you can do that by messaging, calling, and emailing. Number two, we are going to talk about delivery. Oh, which was the next one? Okay, so for delivery, number one, we've already talked about packaging, blah blah blah. You need to ensure you've packaged your stuff in a way that the product will reach the client safe and sound. Hata ikianguka kwa maji, the product is safe and sound. If it's traveling overseas, kwanza, the product will reach safe and sound. So you need to look directly into your packaging, depending on which delivery service you're using. So if you're going to use a delivery service, for example, you're going to use maybe a rider. So if you're using a rider, ensure the rider has that thing. There's a box that riders usually have that are sealed. So like after you put your stuff inside, it's sealed, nothing can get in, either water or so. Look for a rider who is well equipped for the pieces you're making. For example, I'm making yarn items. I wouldn't want the rider akifika pale Roysambu or somewhere, mvua inaanza kunyesha, and then all of a sudden my packaging is wet, my pieces are wet. No. Look for a rider who is well equipped with the right kind of box to put in your pieces, so that it reaches your client the way it left your hands. Yeah, you can also use, there's there are what is it called, delivery companies like Pickup Mtaani. Let me shout out Pickup Mtaani. There's a friend of mine, Esther, who is part of Pickup Mtaani. She works with them, and shout out to Pickup Mtaani. It has helped a lot of people. I know of a lot of people who use Pickup Mtaani. I've not used Pickup Mtaani personally yet, but I know I will soon, because I usually prefer meeting my clients personally to thank them and to be like, oh, here is your piece. And I don't know, I feel like it usually adds a personal touch. But when I get too busy, yenye siwezi fika some areas, I will definitely look at Pickup Mtaani. I know of a friend of mine who also knits. What's her name? Crafts by Elegance. She also knits. She also uses Pickup Mtaani. And then I know of a YouTuber who does thrift pieces. Guys, no one is sponsoring me for shouting out these people. I'm just shouting them out because I love their content, and I love, shouting out people, supporting people. So I know of Kairetu's Apparel. She also has a YouTube channel called Living Alone Vlogs. Yeah. So she uses Pickup Mtaani. Yeah, like, yeah, so go follow her, go follow all their pages, even Crafty by Elegance. Go to Instagram, check her out. She does awesome stuff, sweaters, dolls. Yeah, she does awesome stuff, so go check her out. Go check her out. Esther also. Esther is a model. She yani she is a fitness enthusiast. If you look at her, hey, she yani anakaa poa. She's a model also, so if you have gigs that need models, don't look far. Esther Nimo is here for you. So you can also do personal deliveries. Personal deliveries is what I do. So if I get a client and they are around Nairobi, I deliver personally. But if they are outside Nairobi, that's when I look at alternatives. Yeah. Then number 3, under delivery, you need to look at the location. So if you're doing a personal delivery, you need to know the location. Even if you're using any other whatever, you need to indicate the location on the packaging, and you need to ensure safety for yourself and also for the people who are delivering. So if the delivery is a place yenye haiko hata kwa Google Maps, itabidi muagree on a midpoint ya where you guys can meet and exchange the the pieces that you've done. And then after delivery, another thing that involves customer service is follow up. Follow up is very important. So you want to ensure that after you've delivered, you can tell your client, if you can do an unboxing video for me, I'll really appreciate it. It's not si lazima though. If you can't, it's okay, I understand, but if you can, I will really appreciate it. So they will do a unboxing video which will be helpful for also marketing. So you will take these videos and post and show people that actually there are people buying my stuff, they're enjoying it, they are opening, this is how the packaging looks like. And there's no good thing as a testimonial video. They don't have to talk and say, oh, I love this thing, oh my god, but just the opening of the piece of the packaging is marketing enough for you. So after the unboxing videos, you can tell them, you can follow up and be like, any like, how did you find the piece? Was it worth your money? Was it, just be bold and don't be afraid to ask clients wanafeel aje about the pieces you made. Unaona? That will be important for you because it will help you grow and also improve on places zenye they feel like you didn't deliver, So, and also ask them, you can even make a questionnaire thing and ask them, would you come back and make an order from me again? When they say yes, awesome. When they say no, ask why. Then watakupea majibu hapo, then you can work on them, improve on them, and that is good customer service. Hata kama piece yenye ulitengeneza it didn't meet the expectation, but at least wameona you are following up to see whether they were satisfied with the service that you gave or not. That alone is enough to tell a client that, hey, this one cares about how I feel about the pieces I bought, how I took the pieces that I bought from her, So it just makes you also stand out from the crowd, because we don't want to be like these big companies, like I don't want to mention names. We don't want to be these mass producing companies that just throw things out into, you want your client to understand that they are special and you appreciate them, and that's why you're following up to see whether they are enjoying the pieces that they bought from you. So I think that marks the end of our video. Yes, that is all about customer service, and I'm sure we're going to mention 1 or 2 things about it on future videos, but that is all for today. So guys, remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Subscribe. We're on the road to 500 subscribers, and yes, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Watch to the end, guys. Watch to the end. I'll appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. Bye bye.